Hey guys, what's going on? Bishop here, back with another video. So this is Dark Souls lore, part 2. Right, so last we left off, Snake told people of Ulasil to harvest Monus' humanity. Like I said, he got real angry and corrupted them. So he got corrupted. So they sent this Knight Artorias, there to deal with it. It didn't go so well. He was going in through the town, and he broke his arm, and so he left his wolf down there with a magical shield on him, and he went to go fight Manus with a broken arm and a giant sword. He lost and got corrupted by the abyss. That he also had some friends with him. He had Kieran, the Lord's Blade. She didn't do much. She just kind of started mourning him after he died and got corrupted. Then there was Go, a giant archer man, giant. Anyway, Go, people didn't like him because he was a giant. This time, only two like main giants had ever gotten to decide. It was Go, one of the four knights, and then there was Yorm the giant, the king of the profaned capital. But no, but so those were the only two. So nobody let Go. So they tricked him into thinking he was blind by covering up the slits of his helmet with sap. And so he sits there making carvings in this tower near Ulasil. So that's the background lore. No, actually, I don't think we're there yet. So what happens next? You get this guy. His name is Gwyn. Gwyn's back. So Gwyn's there. He doesn't really have many knights left. He has Ornstein guarding a cathedral in the capital, Anorlando. And he goes, okay, how am I supposed to deal with this? I know. I don't like the demons. So I'm going to take my army, split them in half, take half of my silver knights. I'm going to go deal with these guys. So he takes half of silver knights to Lost Izalith to deal with Mother Izalith, who had recently turned into demons, trying to recreate the first flame. And some of her daughters had turned into like half spider people. So he's over there. He loses the war, and he comes back, and he lost, and half of his knights are now black knights because they've been burned by fire. So he's hanging out there with the knights, and he goes, okay, I want the H5 to succeed. I hate dark, so I'm going to go sacrifice myself to restart the flame. He goes and does that with all his black knights. So Plague of the Undead comes around, and you got undead people, which means once they die, they're branded with this symbol called the Dark Sign, and that makes them undead. And then eventually they can hollow after a while if they don't have purpose, and they become like zombies, essentially. And so game starts off. There you are in the Undead Asylum, an asylum where all the undead are sent up north. They go up north, and they just have to hang out there, and you're in a cell, and some guy named Oscar drops down a dead body with a key on it. You pick up the key and you leave the cell. You eventually find him, almost about dying. He tells you gotta go ring 2 bells to find out what your fate is, the fate of the undead. So starts your journey. You go, you kill bosses, you fight, stuff happens, eventually you win. I'm not gonna spoil that in case you want to go play the game. This is about the lore. So we got more lore. Now this next part I'm gonna say, it's called the plot of the gods. So I think I've already mentioned Chief the Scaleless. Anyway, he was made a duke for betraying the dragons because he didn't have scales. And because he didn't have scales or any of that stuff, he was like had emotions, and so he was given a dukedom in the archives to go do research on becoming immortal. While he's up there doing research on how to become immortal, he goes crazy, kidnapping people and doing experiments on them or something. So there's this other guy who hates Sif. His name is Havel the Rock, not the Rock Johnson, just Havel the Rock. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like Sif, so he gets alienated from Gwyn. And what he starts to do is he starts to plot against the gods with many other people. This plot eventually fails after a last-ditch attempt to kill Gravelord Nito. Havel runs off somewhere. Anyway, so collapse of the cities start happening. A bunch of little gods leave, like Guinevere, and except for one god stays at Anorlando. His name is Gwendolyn. He is the lastborn son of Gwyn, and he makes an illusion of his sister Guinevere to keep light and to make it like an illusion of power in the city, and he maintains control there. A couple dragons everywhere, lots of undead legions, and it's all basically gone to shite, and it's not good. So that's what happened. Game starts. You're in this ruined land, and you gotta try to get rid of the curse, relink the fire, usher in an age of dark because it's supposed to be darker or something. That's Dark Souls lore, part 2. Thank you for listening. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And have a nice day.